Introduction to Python programming language. Python is a general purpose high level language. Python was developed by Guillaume van Rossum in 1989 while working at National Research Institute at Netherlands. But officially Python was made available to public in 1991. The official date of birth of Python is Feb 20, 1991. Python is recommended as first programming language for beginners. Python is a general purpose high level programming language. It is very easy to learn by the user. For example, to print hello world, it is very simple in Python programming language. Here, in Python, print hello world. Then hello world is printed in as a output. But compared to the some other languages like Java, to print hello world, we need to use public method, class, and public static void main and system.out.print. Then hello world is print as output. Similarly, in C language also we need to use a main function. Then we need to give an input as hello world. Then it will be show as a output as hello world. But in Python, hello world is print. Then hello world is print. For example, to print the sum of two numbers in Python, it is very simple to compare to the another languages. Python. To print a sum of two numbers, we need to give the input values. For example, a is equals to 10 and b is equal to 20. Then we need to give a command like print the sum of a plus b. Then out the sum of a plus b. For example, here 10 a is equals 10 and b is equals 20. Then the sum is look like as a 30 in output. The name Python was selected from TV show. It means the complete complete Monty Python circus, which was broadcast in BBC from 1969 to 1974. Goodyear developed Python language by taking almost all programming features from different languages. Goodyear van Rossum taking more features from more different languages to develop this Python language. Python is a scripting language. Functional programming features from C language, object oriented programming features from C++, scripting language features from Perl, and shell script module programming features from Modula 3. Where we can use Python. Python we will use for developing desktop applications, and Python we will use for developing web applications, similarly database applications as like as a network programming, and also developing games, analysis applications, machine learning, for developing artificial intelligence applications for IoT. Features of Python. Python is a scripting language, so it is very easy to learn compared to the many other languages like C, C++, Java, JavaScript also. It is very open source, freeware and open source. To install this Python, we no need to charge any money on to installation. Freeware and open source, and it is a high level programming language. Every user and every programmer is easy to understand. Because of this high level programming language, Python is high level programming language, and hence it is programmer friendly language. Platform independent. Python provides many platform independent to the user and the programmer, and as like as a software engineering. Once we write a Python program, it can run on platform without rewriting once again. Internally, PVM is responsible to convert into machine understandable language. PVM is nothing but Python virtual machine. Portability. Python programs are portable. that we can migrate from one platform to another platform very easily. Python programs will provide same result on any platform. Dynamically typed. Python is a Python having another feature, like I said, dynamical typed. In Python, we are not required to declare type for variables. Whenever we are assigning the values based on the value, type will be allocated automatically. But Java, C, etc. are statically typed languages because we have to provide type at the beginning only. The dynamic typing nature will provide more flexibility to the programmer. Python is Python having another feature like procedure oriented programming language and object oriented programming language. Python language supports both program procedure oriented language like C, and it means nothing but Python programming language acts as like as a C and also Pascal, and object oriented programming like as a C++ and Java. Python can perform like as both procedure oriented language and object oriented language also. Interpreter. Python language is an interpreter language. It can interpret line by line. It means the high level program. Python is a high level programming language. Interpreter can convert that high level language in English language also. It converted into bitwise to understandable machine language. Extensible. We can use other language programs in Python. Python is an extensible language because of it can provide another feature such as like we can use other programs in Python also. Python is an embedded software. We can use Python programs in any other language programs also, that we can embed Python programs anywhere. Extensive library. Python has rich inbuilt library. Python has a Python having a high amount of libraries. Beginning a programmer, we can use these libraries directly, and we are not responsible to implement the functionality. Limitations of Pythons are nothing but what are the limitations having Python to developing. Performance wise, not up to the mark because it is interpreted language, not using for mobile applications. And Python having many flavors like C Python, J Python or J Python, Iron Python, PyPy, Ruby Python, Anaconda Python. Python versions. In 1994, Python 1.0 version is introduced. In 2000 October, Python 2.0 was introduced. In 2008 December, Python 3.0 versions are introduced. Now we have current versions Python 3.6.1 and also Python 2.7.13. If you like this guys, please subscribe channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.